Imagine living every single moment of your life, convinced you have already lived it before. Not once, not occasionally. Every conversation, every meal, every stranger's face. All of it drenched in the certainty that this exact moment has happened before. For most people, that feeling lasts a second or two. We call it déjà vu, French for already seen. A flicker, a ghost, gone before you can grab it. But for a small number of people, that flicker never switches off. Doctors have a name for it: persistent déjà vu. And studying it cracked open one of the strangest questions in neuroscience. Because here is the truth almost no one tells you. Déjà vu is not a memory. It is not a sign or a premonition or a crack in the universe. It is your brain catching itself, making a mistake. And once you understand how, you will never experience it the same way again. You have felt it. Everyone has. You walk into a room you have never been in, and something is wrong. You know this place. You have stood on this exact spot in this exact light and heard these exact words. Except you haven't. That is the eerie part. It is not that the scene feels familiar. It is that it feels remembered. And then, just as fast, it collapses. You reach for the memory. When was I here? And there is nothing to grab. It slips through your fingers like a dream you already forgot. That specific combination, total certainty followed by total emptiness, is the signature of déjà vu. And it is the first clue to what is really going on. Around 2 out of every 3 people report experiencing déjà vu. It happens most in young adults, and strangely, it fades as we get older. It happens more when we are tired, stressed, or traveling somewhere new. Every one of those clues points in the same direction, and it is not toward the supernatural. For most of human history, déjà vu felt like proof of something bigger. The ancient Greeks thought it was a memory bleeding through from a past life. Others called it a glimpse of a parallel world, or a message from a future self. It is easy to see why. The feeling is so vivid, so certain, that a glitch feels like too small an explanation. But here is the problem with every one of those theories. They cannot be tested. They cannot be measured. And most importantly, they cannot explain why déjà vu happens more when you are exhausted and why it disappears as you age. A message from the universe does not care how much sleep you got, but your brain does. So in the last few decades, scientists stopped asking the universe and started asking the brain. They put people with frequent déjà vu into scanners. They studied patients whose déjà vu came from a very specific place, and what they found was quietly astonishing. The biggest breakthrough came from people with temporal lobe epilepsy. Just before certain seizures, many of them experience intense déjà vu, like clockwork. And the seizures were starting in a very particular region, the part of the brain that decides whether something is familiar. That was the smoking gun. To understand what that means, you need to know something strange about memory. Your brain does not have one memory system. It has several, running at the same time. One system handles familiarity, the raw feeling of, I know this. A different system handles recollection, the actual details of when and where. Normally, they agree. Déjà vu is what happens when they don't. For a split second, the familiarity system fires loudly. It screams, "You know this." But the recollection system comes back empty. There is no when, no where, no memory to attach the feeling to. So you are left holding a powerful sense of familiarity with absolutely nothing behind it. A feeling with no memory. That mismatch, that is déjà vu. But the story gets better. Because scientists then asked, does the brain notice its own mistake? In scanner studies, the moment déjà vu hits, the regions that light up are not memory regions. They are the brain's error-checking regions. The same parts that flag when something does not add up. In other words, déjà vu may not be a memory error at all. It may be the sound of your brain catching the error and fact-checking itself in real time. And suddenly, every clue fits. You get more déjà vu when you're tired, because a fatigued brain misfires more easily. You get it more when you are young, because younger brains have sharper, more sensitive familiarity signals. It fades with age not because life gets less mysterious, but because the machinery quietly settles down. It is tempting to feel disappointed. We wanted a message from the universe, and we got a filing error. But look closer, and there is something almost beautiful hiding in here. It is tempting to feel disappointed. We wanted a message from the universe, and we got a filing error. But look closer, and there is something almost beautiful hiding in here. So the next time it happens, that shiver, that certainty, that whisper of, I have been here before, you will know the truth. It is not the universe repeating itself. It is a 3-pound organ in the dark, working so hard to keep your reality seamless that once in a while, you get to hear it think. If your brain just showed you something you never expected, that is exactly what this channel is for. We take the strange machinery running quietly inside you and we pull it into the light. There is another one waiting for you right now. Why your brain is convinced the dark is dangerous even when you know you are safe. Watch that next.